Hey guys, this is Accountant Deja Mary here, and I have a couple minutes before my next consultation, so I wanted to pop on really quick because earlier this week I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine, and we were both faced with some tough decisions to make in our businesses. And I think that we both dragged our feet for a little bit until we finally had to face the music. We had to face the facts. We had to face the financial statements and actually do something about it. So while listening to the similarities in our situation, I noticed one thing, that it all boils down to the number. It all boils down to looking at the holistic financial picture of your company and making those key business decisions. Making those key business decisions that may be tough in the moment, but it's going to catapult your business to the next level in the near future. So when you're thinking about those tough decisions that we all have to make as CEOs, decisions that maybe you haven't made yet because you aren't uncomfortable enough, or maybe you don't like to rush tough decisions, or maybe you're just having a hard time facing the fact that you need to let go. Maybe you need to bless or release someone or something. Maybe you need to hire or fire some clients. Maybe you need to pivot your business model to attract higher ticket clients, or just going in a different direction overall. Whatever that tough decision may be, it's all going to boil down to your numbers. When you look at your numbers, what are your numbers telling you? What is the historical data telling you? What trends are you seeing? What are those telltale signs that's telling you to move the needle in your business? Excuse me for a second. When you look at those financial statements or your financial picture, you're going to be able to see where you're overspending, where you're over budget, where you're constantly making the same costly errors. You're going to be able to see if your marketing activities are working for you. You're going to be able to see if your sales conversions are converted at a profitable rate, because any one of us can hop out here and can go out here and hop on a call with 50 people. But if you're only closing one or two out of the 50 people that you talk to, something is wrong, right? Your numbers is going to tell you that break even point, so you don't drown yourself in operating expenses and SG&A expenses and professional development and learning. I know for a lot of coaches and consultants, the first half of the year you're making investments that it may not pay off for you right now, but they're going to pay off for you in the future. But I employ you the second half of the year to start focusing on profitability, because that's what's going to sustain you for the remainder of the year and make sure that you aren't working in unprofitable, right? You're going to be able to see whether you can afford to hire someone to fill certain positions in your business that you don't have the capacity to take on at the moment. Whether it's time to fire your sales team that's not efficient or effective because you're still paying their fee monthly, but they aren't bringing in any new clients or leads. You're going to know if it's time to purchase new equipment or invest in a higher ticket coaching program, or whatever the case may be. There are so many tough decisions that we are all faced with as CEOs, but the numbers will tell you if you can afford to do so. If you can afford to make those decisions that have been on your heart and on your mind, it's going to help you gauge what the budget should be for that expense, and it's going to tell you if you're taking way too long to make a decision, because sometimes we drag our feet. We drag our feet because the decision is hard, but those numbers will wake you up and it will help you to make quicker and better business decisions. So I want to leave you with this. If you're faced with some tough decisions in your business, look at your numbers. What does your profit and loss statement say? Your P&L. When you break down your income and expenses, what is it showing you? What is your business budget telling you to do with your money? I'm a firm believer in us telling our budget what we needed to do for us. So us sitting down at the beginning of the year and telling our money where we needed to go. Once you create that budget should then guide you for the remainder of the year and let you know what you should be doing with your money, right? That's the importance of planning top of the year, planning quarterly, right? What are the deficiencies in your KPIs? There are some niche specific KPIs to coaches and consultants. Maybe you want to track lead generation. Maybe you want to track your organic outreach and how clients are coming in organically. Maybe you want to track your sales conversion and how many leads you're closing, or how many new prospects you're getting in the business, or how your sales team is performing, how many outreach messages they're sending out, and how many responses you're getting. But there are also some general higher level KPIs, such as your year-to-date revenue, your profit margins, your salary margins, your prior year revenues and expenses, right? You want to be able to look at these numbers to help you make quicker financial decisions. So if you don't take anything else away from this video, what are your financial statements telling you to do? What holistic viewpoint is it giving you? And what's the plan of action that you're going to take to stay on target with hitting your goals? It's really all in the numbers. So if you have trouble reading and understanding your financial statements, or maybe you don't have any accounting or financial systems or financial statements in place, I implore you to go ahead and schedule a quick call with me below so that we can discuss your next best steps. Don't go into this next quarter. It's already third quarter. You're already halfway through the year. Don't go into this next quarter without a plan and knowing if you will be profitable by the end of the year. I hope this was helpful, and until the next video, be blessed. Hey you.
What was that?